Hey everyone, welcome back to, I guess you could say it's part 2 of this episode, but we have literally almost finished clearing out our old house. So I've actually managed to move my new tank, the K tanker, over at least, but now I am left with my upside down tank. I've left it till last because it's the most difficult part to do. So I'm just going to video myself moving it. I hope I don't break anything. I'm trying to do it on my own. So I've got all these dollies, I've got this big storage tub, I've got all these carboys of water over there. And just I'm going to preemptively address any hate comments, because you'll see that I've got my blue tang in this tank. He is not going to be in here for very long. He is going to go in my new tank. But he has actually really been in there, and all the fish have gotten on. If you remember, I've gotten rid of my old Peninsula tank. It is sad, but I kept a few of the fish from there, so I kept my Coral Beauty and a wrasse and stuff like that. But everything's looking really happy in this tank. I've got my 2 clams up the top. Yeah, so I am keen to get this moved into the new place. It is actually kind of sad, having an apartment that doesn't have the noise of an aquarium, and it just seems so dead. So my wife and I are very keen to get this tank in there. So yeah, follow along. Okay, so what I plan to do first is I plan on putting a bit of water into this tub. I'm going to try and empty out the sump first. And then I'm going to, if you remember from one of my last videos, I managed to transfer this whole big rock out. So first, before I do that, I am also going to take off that light, because you remember that got in the way last time. So I'm going to fill up this tub here with the water out of the sump. I'm going to take the light off, and then I'm going to angle this big rock out, place it in here. Hopefully all the fish fall out of the rock work before I get it out. And then I'll put all the fish in here as well. All the livestock will be in this tub. They'll only be in here for about an hour or so, so I don't really need to worry about air bubbles or anything like that. They're not going to draw down that much oxygen in the amount of time. And then when the tank's empty, I've got this dolly here. I'm going to wheel it across to the new house. I've got a whole lot of new water ready to go, so I'm going to try and transfer about half the water volume across. I made sure that all my alkalinity and salinity and everything like that is the same. Water temperature's about the same, but I don't really, if you remember from previous videos, I don't really care too much about sudden changes in water temperature. I think a drop of about 3 degrees is actually fine. That's kind of typical of what you get in the environment anyway with thermoclines. But I don't know, sit back, relax, watch me destroy my tank, or watch me do it successfully. So I'm also going to put all my biomedia in there. I've got a fair bit of it, excuse all the cables. I'm actually going to manage them properly this time. But yeah, all my biomedia I'm going to chuck in here. I'm just going to empty a bit more water out of this, and then the hard part comes. Alright, this always makes me so nervous. Don't do this at home. This is not a smart way of doing it. So make sure that that's fallen off, because I don't hear it. Beautiful. Great success. Getting a bit much there. keep spraying them with water. Like they'll be fine because in the wild corals are exposed for multiple hours at a time, but still you get bacteria and stuff like that. But it is what it is. Okay, so I have most of the coral out now. I'm just topping up this. I'll probably put a lot of the fish in this tub, to be honest. A few of the fish got caught up in the rockwork there. I'm going to tip it over so most of it's underwater, so that should be fine. But I'm going to get... I feel bad having to move these guys all the time, but I mean that's partly why we bought it, so I keep moving. So I have 2 domino damsels, which I think I'm actually, while I have the chance, I'm gonna put them in the tank at uni because we've got a bunch there. And while these guys are still playing relatively nice, they're getting bigger and bigger. So yeah, I'll get a new home for them, I think. This guy's so pretty. I've had this guy for about 2 years. Oh no, actually no, sorry, more. Had him for a long time. Might just put a couple of blocks, copper corals in there for him, just to create a bit of structure they can hide under. A never-ending army of snails and urchins. Right, this is the hard bit. I should probably have a second person to help me. I think I'm going to need some help. I ended up getting some help at Reese, if you remember last time. Reese was begging me to come back on the channel.
Yeah, my life goal.
Life goal.
I'll be on a YouTube video.
Alrighty. Yeah, so just with these grommets here, we'll just make sure that they're sitting on the edge. Yeah.
So light.
I reckon I could have lifted it.
I don't think so.
Beautiful.
It's not that it's heavy, it's just that
It's just
you can't like
because I was trying to
around it, yeah. Yeah, I know. Yeah, no, and there's no to grip.
Alright, so I'm up to filling up the tank now. So I've got some water from the old tank and I've also got some new water here I've made up. I've made sure that all the alkalinity and everything is the same. But yeah, that's where the new tank is going to go. Sorry, the rest of the house is an absolute mess at the moment. Fish are home. So we just finished moving over the tank and the cabinet to the other apartment, but literally as we stepped out of the elevator, it stopped working. So I'm so glad that we managed to get all the tank and cabinet over there, but I've still got to get this over as well as some water. So it's going to take a little bit longer now that I have to carry it upstairs. So I've got a heater and an air pump just because it's probably going to be another few hours before we get anything done. Okay, so this is the tricky bit. I'm going to try and lift this out and leave all the fish behind. The lift at our new place is out, so I'm going to have to carry this upstairs too. So I've got the trolley on here, so I'm going to get there, I'm going to open the door, it's going to be on the trolley, I'm going to carry the trolley up with the rock, then put it on the ground and then continue to the apartment. So yes, we'll see how this goes. It's actually looking not too bad. Even my bloody shoes had enough. Alrighty guys, it's finally done. What a mission today was. Like, it was so hard trying to transport this across, plus the tank was a lot heavier than what I remembered it to be. Plus the lift was out, and I thought it would only take a few hours, but it ended up taking most of the day. Like, it's 7 o'clock now. But it is in. Thanks guys for watching. I know this is a bit of a chaotic and hectic video. The future ones will be a lot better. I was just focused on getting everything across, making sure that nothing died. I'll keep you guys updated. I might do another video in a week or so, just showing you an update on it, on how it's going. But a lot of the corals have their polyps out now. All the fish seem to be happy. I'm going to give them a feed in an hour or so, just let them sort of settle in a bit. I've got the protein skimmer running like crazy. I'm going to be replacing filter socks like crazy. I put some more carbon in there. But all in all, like, the water was pretty good coming out of it. Like, there wasn't a lot of built up detritus or anything like that, so I don't think I'm going to get any spikes in ammonia or anything. So that's it for now. The rest of the house is an absolute bomb. We've literally had a week to move in, and in amongst all that we've been cleaning out all the cupboards and cleaning splattered food off walls because the previous owners were absolute pigs. Which isn't fun when you want to move in, because you want to just be able to move straight in and not have to do any work, but we've been having to do all that plus paint and everything and get new floors put in as we go. So it has been a bit of a hectic week, but I am also super excited to get my Cade, I can't remember what it is now. I'm super excited to get my new Cade tank up and running, the community tank. So keep an eye out for future videos on that. I'm super excited. I've already got some mangroves on order from Monsoon Aquatics. So in another month or so, there's going to be stuff in it. So yeah, thanks for watching guys.